Everyone, sorry for the lighting. I'm making my video a little later than I wanted to. I was going to make it earlier, but I got distracted, so I'm getting to you now. Sorry I didn't make one yesterday. I needed a day off. Um, I was so upset from the last video I made. So yesterday I had a day off and I took a walk to the lake and it was beautiful. It was an overcast day. I wanted to really see the sunset, but it was still nice to get out and go see the water. That always calms me. I love water. So I'm back today, and what I thought I would do is make a video that would go along with the one that I made that was titled Never Have I, and today's would be titled I Have. And these are just things that I have done. So here goes. Things I have done. I have been on a cruise to the Bahamas. It was a short one, and I never even got off the boat to dock in the Bahamas. I got so incredibly seasick. So I actually slept. So it was kind of wasteful. Uh, Although I can see the beauty in cruises, I don't think I would ever take another cruise. You hear a lot about people getting like food poisoning and terrors on the sea with cruises. I know tons of people go on them and they have a great time, but I don't think it's for me, but I am very grateful for the opportunity to have done so. I have been to Disney World, and I really do believe it's the happiest place on earth. I wish it was something that was more affordable so that everyone had an opportunity to go because it is just magical. I don't think you have to be a child to enjoy it. I think I did go when I was 2 years old, but that doesn't really count. But I think going back as an adult, that's even more enjoyable because you can really bring out the kid in you. So that was a lot of fun. I have been to rock concerts and concerts in general. My first rock concert that I can claim that I went to was Bon Jovi, and it was incredible. Two of my favorite concerts I ever been to was Don't Laugh, Neil Diamond. A friend of mine went with me, and we had such a good time. And it was so funny to see people like old enough to be our parents and our grandparents rocking out to Neil Diamond. And he is awesome live. I think I heard he's not doing well right now, but he was incredible. And for his encore, he came out and did America, and it was incredible. It was seriously one of the best concerts I'd ever been to. The other greatest concert I ever went to is completely opposite of Neil Diamond, and it was Pantera and White Zombie, and it was incredible. It was at an armory, and there was just thrashing and people jumping up and down, and the ceiling was chipping, and it was incredible. And I just adore loud music, and they were such great musicians. It was something I would cherish forever. It was great. It was really great. Something else I have done. Let's see. I have met some famous people, and some of them, and some famous athletes. And one of my very famous favorite people I have ever met was a boxer named Vernon Forrest. He was such a wonderful soul. I was really drawn to him because he had a charity where he took care of special needs people, and I had an opportunity to meet him, and it was like such a funny way that I met him. And he was so patient, and he waited for me, and like my car got stuck behind my brother's car and I couldn't get there in time, but he took the time and he waited, and he even left me a voicemail on my home phone back when people had home phones. And I had a chance to meet him, and he gave me a great big hug, and he was absolutely fabulous. And it was so sad to hear that he was murdered years later. His death really rocked me because he was such a wonderful person. And if you don't know who he is, YouTube him. He was an amazing athlete and a great man. So that was incredible. Something else I have been in love, obviously. I am now. I have had the love of my life. I have been heartbroken. I think that's something all of us can pretty much share in. It's not pleasant, but I think it's a learning process and people learn from them. Um, I have, I just lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. I have been in a long term relationship with someone of the same sex as me when I was in my 20s. Um, and I'm just going to leave it at that. It didn't end very well, but I was in a long term relationship, monogamous. Um, and it's not something I'm ashamed of. It's not something I really talk too much about, but yeah, that's something I have done. I'm trying to think of other things I've done. I told you about meeting someone famous. I had a whole ideas in my head and I meant to write them down and I just never got around to them. But that's it. I have gone camping. I have been in an airplane. I have gone go-karting. That was a hilarious story. I have been in a canoe. I have overturned in a canoe and been trapped under the boat. Um, I, of course, lived because I'm not a spirit talking to you. So I did make it out of that. And that was hysterical. I have had dogs. I have had cats. I have had snakes. I have had rabbits. I have held a banana python. I have fed a dolphin. I have touched a stingray. It's something that was a unique experience for me, but it's kind of sad because it was at SeaWorld, and that's a place that I boycott now. I don't believe animals need to be showcased for our entertainment. It's bittersweet. I have been to the circus, but I no longer go because of animal cruelty. I have horseback ride. I have ridden an elephant. I have been peed on by a squirrel. I have been spit on by a camel. Notice this theme. Me with animals. Some things go right and some things go very wrong. I have been to African Lion Safari, which is this amazing animal park in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, where the animals sort of roam free, sort of like a Jurassic Park type thing. And I have had a monkey eat food right out of my hand. And that was incredibly neat. Speaking of Canada, I have been to Canada. I have been to Toronto. I live near Niagara Falls, and I have been to Niagara Falls many of times. I have been on the Maid of the Mist. I have been at the Cave of the Winds, where you actually go in a cave underneath Niagara Falls, and you get to actually experience up close the power of the falls, where you get to see the power of the water rushing right in front of you. I have seen magic up close, and I'm a firm believer. I have seen the Loch Ness Monster, or so I have thought. Now I know you're probably laughing, but would swear that I have seen it. I have seen a ghost. It was a very interesting experience. Something that I hope I never see again. But I don't know if many of you believe in them, but they're real. I mean, I always think it's weird when people ask about people believing in spirits. Some people will believe you right away without ever having that experience themselves. Then there's naysayers that just like, nope, not possible, not real. And I just don't understand that kind of logic because if a person said they saw something, then they saw it. And unless you were there and saw it for yourself, How would you feel if you saw something with your own eyes and someone just dismissed it and said, no, it's not true? So I tend to believe if people say they've seen aliens, I believe them. They saw something. I believe them. I believe in Bigfoot. I've never seen it, but I do believe it, and I believe people's sightings are true. I don't, however, believe in dinosaurs, which is a whole other story. Um, People think I'm crazy for that, but that's another story for another time. But those off the top of my head are just some of the things I have done. And I just thought it was really neat to do this little video. You can tell I'm smiling the whole time. Um, it's good to have a smile on my face. It's good to be in a happy place. I had a good day today. It was a long work day, but I connected with a friend sitting outside, calming down after work. I didn't feel like coming in, so I was sitting outside, and a friend of mine came up, and we sat outside for about a half hour, and he had a nice talk, and she was going through some stuff, and we were able to talk to each other, and I gave some advice, and she gave me some advice, and it's always nice when you can help each other out. And then, of course, I'm here making a video talking to you guys, which always makes me feel good. So that's the end of this video. And I'm pretty sure you're all sick of me saying this, but I do mean this from the bottom of my heart. I hope this video finds you well. And until we have the chance to talk again, I hope you have a great night or day or whenever you're watching this. And until I see you again, take care. Bye.